In our first snippet, we're setting up an ExpressJS server. We start by requiring the Express module and creating an instance of an Express application, stored in the variable app. So far, it's a standard setup for any Express application. Now, let's define our custom middleware, which we'll call security header middleware. Middleware in Express is a function that has access to the request object rec, the response object res, and the next middleware function in the application's request-response cycle, commonly denoted by next. Within our middleware, we'll first set the content security policy header. This header restricts the sources of content that can be loaded onto the page, providing a defense against cross-site scripting attacks. Here, we're specifying that default sources and script sources should only be from the same origin as the document itself using self, and no object sources are allowed with none. Next, we add the X-content type options header set to nosniff. This is a security feature that helps prevent the browser from interpreting files as a different MIME type than what is specified by the content type in the HTTP headers. This reduces the risk of drive-by downloads. We continue by setting the X-frame options to deny. This prevents the website from being framed or embedded in other websites, which can help mitigate clickjacking attacks. Then, we add the XXSS protection header. This activates the browser's XSS filtering functionality, instructing it to block responses if an attack is detected, rather than sanitizing the script. Finally, we call the next function to pass control to the next middleware function in the cycle. It's crucial to call this function so the request doesn't hang and the application can continue processing. We then apply our custom security header middleware to the application, ensuring that it is included in the processing of every request made to our server. This means that every response from our server will have the security headers we've just set up. Here, we define a simple get route on the route URL path. When visited, this route will respond with "Hello, world." It's a basic example, but notice that our middleware will execute before this route handler, applying our security headers to the response. In the last line of our application, we make the server listen on port 3000. Upon launching, it'll log to the console that the server is successfully running on this port. Our Express app is now armed with added security headers, ready for a safer web experience.